You see this image in the background? Smart cities, metaverse, military, manufacturing, healthcare, and of course over here you have education and gaming. This is the infrastructure that the chosen twin flame universe, the intellectual dark web, and the coaches of narcissistic personality disorder are operating from. The reason why their storyline revolves around corrupt officials and stolen identities and healthcare is because they're abusing the metaverse platform, okay? So in the metaverse platform, what a lot of companies and organizations like Siemens, which is a tech industry leader, an industrial leader, are doing is building digital twins. So digital twin tech is going to exist for all of these fronts, for manufacturing, for the military, for smart cities, for metaverse and gaming, for education, and for healthcare. So the Narrative Network are engaged in a live action role play, an RPG, and it is a multi-reality or inter-reality, so it goes between the digital world and the physical world, right? In the digital world, they are on the platforms monetizing themselves through their real world activity in gaming that they engage in. And the reason why they steal digital twins is because your digital twin is a part of the incoming electronic healthcare that is in the works being built. And the reason why a lot of these people know about this shit is because of the loser ass tech bros, a lot of them who are in these little incel niches and are a part of forums and things with a bunch of hatchlings, right? Everybody's sitting here hatching in this crazy ass little underground. So they steal identities and they need access to your social insurance number because we're not all yet connected to our higher self, as they launder it, or to your digital twin. So this digital twin is sometimes a connectome, it can be. So that means it's an emulation of your brain. And a lot of this stuff is real time because of sensor networks. So you can have a real time emulation and cognitive twin, which produces sort of predictive analysis on the physical object. This is for manufacturing, this is for military, this is for the smart cities, this is for the metaverse. Telepresence involves that simulation or digital twin technology, right? And that's for extended virtual reality or augmented reality, so a hyper reality. The chosen and the people that operate in the twin flame universe, when they're talking about their clairs, that's a form of synthesia. I can't pronounce it properly, but it is using, neural networks to provide senses. So you might sense, I don't know, you might see an image through taste, okay? So as you know, in a lot of the technological innovations that are coming out, it is about not only visual sensing, but chemical sensing, right? So when these people are talking about sight, they're really talking about computer vision, okay? So this is the biodigital convergence, and that's what all of these assholes are laundering as their gifts. And what they do when they steal identities is feed your identity to their database, pretty much. And also their conversations about manifestations and everything have to do with the matrices that are built with all of the data that's pulled in from identities and how those identities work with the algorithms once you yourself are connected to it and operating through a bunch of networked simulations or emulations, okay? So I really want you to understand that these groups are a suppression and a repression network, but they're a part of a larger operation that is building out these frameworks. Okay, so the other person that got on my video and that was hurling a slur towards me when I was describing what's actually happening when these people target you with neural technology or neural and biosurveillance, and the fact that they like to steal engrams for the men who want to become women. Okay, so you have to start watching people like Ed Boyd, neuroscientist, researcher, and Michael Levin, because they talk about all of these chemical processes. Okay, they talk about the neuroscience, they talk about the biology, they talk about something called quantum biology, which these people also launder. Okay, so we're talking about nanoscale communication, molecular communication, cellular communication, which is all what now? Wireless. That's the nice part about it. And that's also why they're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and they want your digital twin, and they want your simulation and your electrophysiology data, okay? So that they can produce new algorithms and things for themselves. Algorithms are valuable. This whole conversational circuit, that is probably $1 billion algorithm. And that's also why they're fighting for people's identities, because some of these conversational algorithms are built on identities, and it certainly isn't theirs. They opted out. Okay, and by attacking and exploiting other people, they also opt out in the justice that will be coming down the pipeline, which means that there is no profit, restitution, or damages that are coming to these people who are often victimized themselves but took the easy way out by targeting other people. So remember, when you hear these affiliates on Facebook, on TikTok, and everywhere else, this is what they're laundering. Okay, they're affiliates of this, of the digital ID, social credit system, all of that. But they're sort of testing the parameters out before everybody else. They're like early adopters, and they're mucking it up big time. So yeah, the person who left me a bad comment, he called me a moon cricket. And that is such an old ass slur. Please update your pejoratives. Like, when you're getting angry and you want to cuss me out, use something that's up to date.